हेलो 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 गाइस। हेलो, यहाँ पर हम देखने जा रहे हैं जैन जी और सैन का ग्रैंड फाइनल। अरे मंचकिन बचा है बस। मंचकिन देखते हैं क्या करके दिखाएगा। मंचकिन भाई 1v3 टाइम तो है अभी इससे।
He does still have chances here.
I mean, the money's stacked.
30 seconds.
Make a go of it.
Spotted, plant, now 1v3.
प्लांट कर रहा है भाई।
Sounds into this one.
भाई
here.
क्लच हो
Munchkin.
जाए भाई ये।
He needs to seek out the weaknesses, really.
मंचकिन ब्रो लेट्स गो।
Will Sen give him any? Doubled up, shoulder to shoulders, an updraft peak here from Zekken, so he's just clearing all the potential possible spots, but there is that blind spot. There is that blind spot. Munchkin eventually
एंटी नष्ट है
cleaned
नष्ट है
up,
नष्ट है।
but in his
रुको
team,
मैं देख लेता हूँ।
I'm a believer in almost any scenario.
ठीक है चलो।
Now that Munchkin's had his go at winning the 1v3,
भाई
we'll have to
मेरे
start
जैन
thinking
जी
about
जीत
what
जाए यार,
went
जैन
wrong
जी
in
की तरफ
terms
हूँ
of
मैं।
the macro of that round. Did they
कट्टर
need to
जैन
put
जी
more
का
B
फैन हूँ
pressure
भाई
in
मैं।
order to pull players away from A?
पैसिफिक जब वीसीटी
Was it
पैसिफिक
that
हुआ था सबसे पहले
they
मैंने
need to be applying a little bit more
वीसीटी
utility to
पैसिफिक की
clearing
वजह
out
से ही
fights
मैं
before
इनको
they go
जाना
for
था
the
जैन जी
exit?
वालों को।
These kind of things
हाँ
working
भाई
through his brain as the score.
जैकन का भाई वो नहीं करा उनने।
Zelsis clearly happy with that one. And Sen don't start this round with a stack over towards A. I think already anticipating a change up from Gen G. There's not one coming.
भाई ये क्या होएगा यार
Happy to
इसमें।
opt into that brawl. And knuckle fighting.
यहाँ पर बिल्कुल फाइनल मैच है ये मैच ही डिसाइड करेगा कौन जीतेगा वीसीटी।
Waiting for it. Right time to strike. Big ultimates for them to use to try and get themselves into this. In fact, it's on the other side of things. Do they have anything to deal with Zelsis? This lockdown contacting.
ओ
Walking right
भाई
now, finally. The mollies
ये
being
ले
used to
भाई।
try and take that backside control texture. Oh, he's
Line
looking
up,
south
Steve.
deep.
किल का
All in
लॉकडाउन लगा
lineups.
दिया।
Oh, missed!
Missed against the wall here. Moshpit has to be committed.
अरे
No, because it needs the fragment as well.
So the additional util just
ओ
doesn't
भाई
add up. It was all missed
ओ
entirely.
भाई
Intense
बसड़
forwards
मच
here.
गई।
There is detainment. Fragment nade, does he expect it?
अरे
No,
जैन
not. Meteor.
म्यूटियो
Taking
नाइस
matters
नाइस
into his
म्यूटियो।
own hands and he's stuck himself up
Nice,
in a
yes.
position, but finally, Delta
अरे ये तो
shut
फैन मार रहा है।
down. Back here, cannot withstand it. This pressure is just
अरे यार ये क्या हुआ भाई।
Sentinels with a successful retake. And part of that has got to be down to the fact that Munchkin missed the nade. Every team at this point has a setup to try to counter that lockdown. We're talking the best teams in the world. Of course they have setups for that. But it got missed somehow, the fumble from Gen G. I don't know what piece of architecture that hit onto.
I won't claim to know as well, but
It's just on a door frame by the look of it. Devastation.
भाई ऐसा क्यों है यार।
tiniest of differences for Sentinels to take the lead here in
मंचकिन ने
map
भाई
5
यार
grand finals on the line.
ग्रैंड फाइनल आई है।
Get out of my way.
Meteor Karen creeping closer to those ults, and Lakia already has his. It's going to be difficult for Zekken, I think, to really get a peek if we decide to invest the Thrash.
टेक्सचर
Knife,
प्लीज
no way,
यार।
just disrespects it, and second is out of there on top of the ropes. He does not want to be hunted down and away, but there's that detainment. Where's the help? Dash through, Tens is there. Finally, support arriving, but Lakia cleaning up that pesky player close towards yellow.
But Sassi's done enough, just by staying in an open area where the rest of his team could cover him.
Spotted in the window. perhaps, there's a
Yeah, by the
chance.
turret.
Yep.
Great turret position there. Utilizing the new window that got carved out of Tube.
Real read here for Sentinels.
टेंस भाई
To
प्लीज
maintain
टेंस।
advantages when they are handed to you, and if you
Nice.
lose that fight
Sad
into
come
mid,
here.
suddenly 3 versus 3. Have a peek at
Because
things
he
here.
eliminated
Out
Alloy.
open timing
Oh,
against him. Second,
wow,
he
भाई।
loses his fight, and just like that,
इजी
it's turned.
इजी प्लांट कर दो
Absolutely
कोई ना
brutal
कोई
for
ना।
Sen. Great punishment on these peaks by Gen G.
हाँ 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 यस यस।
Reaction test here for Zelsis.
Oh.
He doesn't even need it. Blind as a bat, but he still sprays him down, but he can't follow
नाइस
through.
नाइस
The
नाइस।
second kill, 1 versus 2. Knife. Ouch on QT.
Ah, nice,
Anticipating it. That
भाई
pace and
जैन
tempo
जीतेगी जैन
injected
जी।
into the round by Gen G at just the right moments.
जैन
I
जी
love
को
it too,
जीतना ही
because
होगा।
While you're talking about the post-plant aggression, the pause in the round baited out these little plays. I mean, Zekken didn't know exactly where to put his crosshair. And Tens going for a peek under Tube. opens
यार
the
इनका
win
प्रेशर
up
ज़्यादा आ
for
रहा है
Gen
Gen
G.
Z वालों पे
That's
और इन्हें
gotta
पहले
be
बहुत बढ़िया
frustrating
खेलते
for the
थे
Sen coaches. What a gift for Gen G.
Even as anything. No imbalances here when it comes to the rounds. Our fight taken straight to them here. Opting into the scrap. Zekken, there's no way you dash into that angle,
Nice.
and he is punished.
Wow, what a flash from Munchkin. Just bleach the eyeballs of Zekken and Tens.
no
lead the
no no
Tens
no
take five.
Dizzy
no
didn't get broken in time.
no
What a wall bang.
Right through the wall. And Ten's still not going to be removed from this spot. He just sees
Yeah,
it, head
bhai.
poking over, but now has to respect it. Players all around him. Sassy, your turn to strike back if you can. While the iron
Le
is
bhai,
hot,
le bhai.
and hot it is.
भाई जान वाला हार जाएगा जान जी हार जाएगी
No entry
लग रहा
into the
है
site. Stand your ground. Say your piece. The Vibe Merchant on his feet.
ना लेकिन PRX के अगेंस्ट तो बहुत बढ़िया खेली थी ये
Gen G cannot
Gen G
crack
so-
this A
the box
defense.
में
I've not seen any team put up as good as a defensive setup against this as Sen have. Multiple layers to it, right? The second
right.
going aggressive at the beginning, drawing attention, Tens up on pipes, and then crossfire setups on the site. And yes, Sen are overstacking A, but they're doing it at the right times. They're actually getting the read on when Gen G are executing. Gen G need to throw a few fakes of their own into it. That's something we've been talking about Sentinel's attack side the whole time. They need to try to pull people towards A and use that B lurk timing that Karen found
2 लाख लोग देख रहे
in
हैं
round 5.
Still anyone's
कैरन
game,
ने
though.
सेव करा थोड़ा
Oh,
कैरन
absolutely.
लोटस में बहुत बढ़िया
It's
खेल
not
रहा
like
था
Sen have figured it out, and that's them with the trophy in hand.
जब पहले होते
Well,
सैन
this
और
is a
फिर
great
जान
fight
पहले
on a
होते
bad map
लोटस
for
में
them.
बहुत बढ़िया खेल रहा
This
था
target-rich environment, the wall obscuring, hiding. The intent of Gen G, but out wide, that's Munchkin. No kill to be claimed, but Zekken, let's give it up anyway. Now, the pixel angle, holding forward. It's going to be that high-low, and a peek with the Dizzy on top of things, running
Thanks.
and gunning forward. Zekken, drop down, 1 kill found, but already the pit is down and out, covered at the site.
Munchkin's weak. He's going to try to knock himself
You
to
should
get the
run.
full res. Oh, they go for the lockdown as well.
Lockdown play. Using it to clear them all the way back here, so Sentinels won't be able to withstand their ground.
भाई
here, but
plant
it's
तो
that
करो
gap
यार
towards the back here. It seems like there's some hesitation. How do they want to try and fight towards this one? It looks like now the plan being committed. Still with that pit here with the ults all the way
ये
through.
ले
Now
भाई
Thrash to set
10
it up,
यार
and it has cleared the way through. No, timing!
Oh, oh,
Timing!
nice.
An absolute menace. And a 1v2, Sassy.
भाई
So
इनके दोनों की
much
हेल्थ कम
to
है
do. Mosh rebounds, Pit still alive and active, but it finally fades. And look at it. It's hectic, it's frantic. He's looking this way and that way. Wingman out! Can't collect the kill.
अरे पैनिक हो गया था
You can see the nerves at play here just by taking a look at normally a calm and very experienced player. What is this as well? That's everything. Karen being able to dodge that Thrash is everything in this round. It's a beautiful idea. Sassy and Tens play it superbly. Karen making the play to dodge it, keep the pit up. 5-5, Gen G. They came into that round with 2 people with only sheriffs.
Yeah, I mean, the money wasn't good. See 3 rifles to play with. Undeterred now by that one. Fast play, fast approach. Over towards A. Sen stacking it with players.
No, this time playing it for retake again with Zalsis lockdown. I mean, they must realize though that they got kind of lucky with Munchkin missing the fragment grenade before. Look how good the Flash Dizzy is.
Yeah, just can't break it, can't withstand it. Here comes a lockdown though. It's fast by Sen.
Is
Gonna
there
try and play
anything to
their
break
part,
it?
pushing
No.
it back right into the flank. Sassy! He's gone in the open. Didn't withstand it with his gun out.
He thought Gen G were going to fight the lockdown, but the lockdown came too early. Gen G weren't in position for the lineups. Now
Zelsis.
Zelsis in mid.
Catching Meteor, crucial to the round. Success. Orb in his face, blooms and blossoms fading away. Here's the footsteps, here's the running gun.
Oh.
Awareness off the charts. Pit dropped down too. But dodging that one with the detainment. The Thrash
Plant
not
away,
getting
chalo.
anything.
Arre.
And the decay damage, there it is. Putting in work with Zelsis leading that charge still.
The spike, it went down. Wingman able to plant it in the midst of all of this. But this pit, it's not a post-plant play. It's for Sen to go for the retake.
And they got all that space, still have to clear through this one. Keron has a snake bite, at least one with the tap. And now they're flooding through onto the side. That left hand
अरे यार ये फ्लैश
Flash! Magnificent!
Munchkin!
To deliver. And he's got to stand and do it now. The tap.
मत कर
Left in the chamber.
भाई डिफेंड
What
में
an
जीतेंगे
incredible beginning.
डिफेंड में
could be set at an absolutely tied first half on a map where, by all accounts, Gen G should be hugely favored. But I don't feel like I'm seeing the nerves hit the Gen G players. It doesn't feel like a collapse from them.
No, it feels like Sen stepping up.
It definitely does. The adaptations they've made and the awareness of how Gen G want to play Icebox, loving the way that they're defending. The pit there from John Cutie was immaculate. Zelsa's awareness too. And the flash out from TenZ just all working really nicely together.
Sen players rallied, reinvigorated. Deep Knife gives him peace of mind there, so TenZ can earn himself up to his ult. Wasn't pushed back, and a full group up by Gen G.
They're aware that sometimes the Sentinels players have pushed on defense. Remember, they caught Sassy pushing out of B in the previous round after they'd applied their pressure on A.
Wait too long, the Knife might be back online for TenZ to just throw it from Boiler.
TenZ has his ult to be able to work with too, so the closer they get, the less they can really rely on the Viper wall to do anything for them. Do they have an idea of where TenZ is? He's set up for another Knife lineup. Here comes the Knife again. Might get bad info though here actually.
Orba.
Oh.
Crossing back over to A.
Yeah, that Knife caught onto Munchkin. But then TenZ is still rotating off.
It's really orchestrated. I mean, they just know. When the orb's up like that, they only catch one onto the Knife. Yes, they could cut noise, but second, holding from the top rafter position here. Plenty of angles to adjust and choose from, but they are walking right into the one that matters most. Dash online, backs away, Sassy, close now. In their faces, willing to take the fight straight to them with only 25 seconds left as the final round of the first half. And an important one at that, Wingman broken. That's the confirmation. Gen G has to follow through with the weaponry and the guns, and they're finding their own place, but it's only down to one. Texture, Soul Survivor breaks it down. Munchkin late to the party.
भाई कूदा क्यों है?
The nerves at play.
Munchkin यार पहले तो इतना अच्छा खेलते हैं लोगों क्यों नहीं खेल रहा है?
Sentinels can feel it. They've got the lead at the half on a map they weren't favored on. They were banking on a 3-1 finish to this series, but 3-2 would do the job. Heartbreak on the horizon perhaps for Gen G as they were looking at the first trophy for Pacific and now have such an uphill battle to be able to make that a reality. What a finals we have here.
Absolutely insane stuff. Send it down to the desk. They want to break it all down, I can tell.
The electricity in this room is unreal as everyone is on their feet and honestly just blown away by what we've been seeing in this game, guys. Not just are we getting great ideas from Gen G, but we're getting
ये मुझे करते बहुत अच्छा लगता है. भाई देखो भैया भाई देखो
of moments of come up with that final plan.
अरे ठीक है भाई.
I mean, you've seen some of the great starts to show on the side of Gen G.
अरे भाई अरे मैं बोल रहा था मैंने कहा ये देखो भाई.
Comes apart. Comes apart.
Pacific has been in the finals.
Half time हो गया भाई.
Never lifted a trophy. Gen G want to
Half
make
time
this comeback happen, but Sentinels, you can see it.
मैं बोल रहा था मैंने सोचा ये गइलू देखो.
The next,
इनके बाद देखो देखो देखो.
the next time,
अभी तो कुछ नहीं
the
बोल
next
रहा
time you'll
वरना
hear
बहुत
our
फनी
voices,
लगता है
we
इनकी
crown the
आज.
world, excuse me, a mass.
ये देखो भाई देखो. बैक 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 बैक.
can feel it.
चलो देखते हैं
History will be made right here on
ये
this
कब
half of Icebox.
क्या हो रहा है अरे भाई ये
Won every single pistol the last time that these
ये
two teams
आती है
played
ये
in
बार
the
बार ऐसे
final.
बोलते हैं रिमाइंड करता हूँ मैं
Walked away with a comfortable win on 2
भाई
out of 3
ऐसे
of the match.
ठीक है भाई आप किसकी तरफ हो बताओ मैं तो जैन की तरफ हूँ जान जी की लेकिन अभी सैन
Open face by
जीत रही
Carroll,
है
almost with the punishment.
यार ये कुछ कर नहीं रहा है
Tapped down by
कैरून
Turret, just
कैरून
seeking
बहुत
to
बढ़िया
at least
खेलता है
destroy
कुछ
it
भी
and
नहीं हो रहा
remove
अभी
some of
कुछ
that
भी नहीं
mid-round
कर रहा है
information.
That's not the only piece of aggression in mid. Texture, Lakia, still trying to get posted up there, making sure that Sen don't play in that area.
Jump spot from Tensier, but he's out wide now.
देखो
with the
भाई
face
एंट्री हो रही
top
है
of the Dizzy. They have to give up their space here, but Genji might seek to try and fight this one. Wingman is already in the fray. Through the back of the side here, broken down. Plant out in the open.
अरे
Behind the box,
यार
second finds his mark. Precision being the name of the game, but Genji not willing to give up even a scrap of territory. No map control. And no gain really.
Ooh.
One of Genji
Oh,
takes
bhai.
it. Oh my goodness. 2. But eventually brought down. 3 versus 3, and the spike's still not retrievable.
भाई यार
Spike T.
30 seconds
ये
left.
मीटियोर को
Keep
निकालो
getting
टीम से
tucked behind this box over and over. Karen, though, he took so much damage earlier on, they could just spam him out.
20 seconds roughly in the round. It all comes down to this for Sen and a pistol round.
हार गए
One to stand.
मैं पहले से ही
One,
जानी की साइड था
two.
लेकिन सनी साइड जैकन की मेहनत देख के रोना आ गया
Sentinels are
हाँ
feeling
भाई
it.
यार जैकन सही है भाई मुझे तो ज़्यादा पता नहीं इनके
Zelts is
बारे
on
में
his feet again.
सैन के बारे में ज़्यादा पता नहीं जानजी के बारे में नहीं बस जानजी होता
Sen
मैं
in the
पहले
driving seat,
जब मैं
despite
सबसे
having
पहले मैंने
the
वीसीटी
map
वो
veto
पैसिफिक में देखा था वो
disadvantage because they had to come
जिसमें
through the
ग्लोबली
lowest.
स्पोर्ट भी आई थी
Sassy
रेटा भी थी
on
इसमें
that stage
और एक
for the
वो भी
third
थी
time
टीएस
knows
टीम
that
थी
it
कोई
can be done. He,
बहुत सारी
every
टीम्स
time
थी
he played into a
उसमें
grand
ये
finals
जानजी बहुत
before,
बढ़िया
went through
खेल रही
the
थी
upper bracket,
पीआरएस
but
के
he didn't
लिए
always win.
जब से मैं इसका फैन हो गया था भाई
Knows
जानजी
it's
का
doable.
और जब से इसको सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ जानजी को
Energy just is truly, truly palpable for
मतलब
Genji.
भाई कोई भी चीज़ है मुझे फर्क नहीं
Shy
पड़ता
investment.
लेकिन सबसे बढ़िया तो ये लगती है भाई
Utility,
जानजी
maybe a sheriff of Meteor to get something done.
जानजी
This
जा भाई ये भी डिजर्व
Sentinels
करता है
in all
दो
likelihood wrapped up to that
2021 में
ninth
जीते थे
round.
आखिरी बार वीसीटी
Depending
अब
on
दोबारा
whether or
से
not they
जीत
go
जाए
into
तो
the
बढ़िया
stack,
रहेगा
I
इनके
really
लिए
feel like you can't count out Genji even when they only have pistols and
ये
Meteor
सेव है
hasn't
उनका
really been hitting this map.
Genji
beyond
का
the Sheriff. If Tens goes down and they pick up the Stinger, maybe something can snowball.
रैकेन 19 साल का है ओ
so
नंबर 1
cautiously.
जियोलिस्ट
They do not want to
ओ
give
भाई
an inch to Genji.
ओपी भाई ये
Caution can spell defeat sometimes. Knife, no info, it's forced to
Reckon-
rotate.
That's an amazing timing for Sen to start to hit A. Tens has
No
read this one
way.
perfectly.
अरे यार
Just like that.
वो सारे
Talk
चले
about the
गए
tiniest of differences affecting so
Where
much
you going,
more.
mate? Where you
going? Stinger from that range.
अरे
All right.
स्टिंगर से मारे दिन दूर से
It's getting away with all sorts of murder. It's a massacre in front of the back of the site, but he gives up his life. in
भाई
the
ये क्या
end.
मारा टेंस ने इतनी दूर से स्टिंगर से भाई
I can't believe he
भाई
took that
खतरनाक
decision.
गेम हो रहा भाई
But I think
ये
that's
देखो ये
using
देखो
confidence on play.
ये
Sen
मरेगा
setting up for the aggressive post plants. Genji's composition can be very potent when you allow them to get into retake scenarios. And Sen are clearly planning to play forwards even when this turns into rifle rounds.
यहाँ पर 8-5 हो
You
गया
see
है
the kind of angles that they're taking. Genji are going to struggle to get back into sight if they allow Sen to walk in like that. Yes, it was a gamble. Yes, they needed to try to make the play. But what a beautiful read from Tens there. Saw the knife whistle past him and realized an opening could be
भाई
a 4-round
Jan आ
lead
रही है
for
यार
Sentinels.
जीजी हो गया जीजी हो गया जीजी
Genji, unfamiliar position that they're in here in this grand finals on this big stage. Now we've got to do the most. They've got to try and steal their hearts, calm down the nerves, get some form of collection together. Because the map is running away from you, and not just the map, it's the series, it's your chance of etching your place
अरे
into
टेक्सचर ने
history.
ऑपरेटर
Texture
लिया
has
चलो
gone
कुछ
for
हो
a
सकता
glass
है
cannon operator this round.
इनका बाय नहीं है फुल
On the anti-bonus.
बोनस राउंड है इनका
Placing swarm grenade.
Triple stack over towards A.
भाई ये
Knife
बोनस ना हो
catching
जाए
Sassy over there.
जैन जी ना हो जाएगा
Texture
काम
already starting to come off that aggressive B long line.
An alarm bot.
This op has to pay off.
Coming back.
It just has to.
टेक्सचर यहाँ पे
Taking a
ऑपरेटर
gander,
करते हुए
walking back over to the
Ready.
angle now behind yellow box. Lots of angles to really choose from too.
भाई मुझे लग रहा है ये
Can't expose
मरेगा
himself to Zekan's position.
टेक्सचर मरेगा मुझे लग
But
रहा
at any point here, he could be getting walked up on. That's why you see him just going for the check.
And he just doesn't know. He just does not know.
You are open to being timinged here. He's taking a risk.
Risks are necessary.
ये फ्लैश
in
करके
this
एकदम
particular
घुसेगा ये
position.
मरेगा और
All up.
ये देखो ये फ्लैश करेगा
Everybody crossing. Texture can feel it now, and he's going to be tagged up by the knife. Has to respect this now and back away. No, he's just out in the open. No man's land
अरे
flash,
भाई
though,
ये
eventually respecting it
यार
and
क्या
backs
कर रहा है ये
behind
लोग
the wall. Genji trying to be fast. Now with this rotate plan denied. Shut down here with only 33 seconds left now. Cavalry has arrived.
30 seconds
All
left.
5 players here. There's 25 seconds left. How are they getting back in?
That's the question, isn't it? Waiting for that regen util, but again, there's only 20 seconds remaining. Got to get a move on, and it needs to be now for Sen. What is the game plan? Wall up, just about.
They've
Having
got to
that
push
fuel,
forwards.
Push forwards, and that's why Tennis is there. Underhanded, flash
अरे
through, takes it. The fight straight to
लो भाई हो गया
Intermediate on top of
ओह
bridge. Genji,
अरे
surely the guns prevail.
भाई नाइस नाइस नाइस
One versus
एक
two.
बचा इस एल से
That
रन है
Rifle upgrade. Celsius here. Is it even planted for it? I'm not even sure. Tucked
एक
to the
किल
corner
जो
here.
है
They know where he is.
ऊपर देखो भाई
Sets
ऊपर
inside
देखो
onto it, Lakia
प्लीज
half on the defuse and even
Please,
more.
ऊपर
No
देखो।
kills to be claimed, no kills to be collected.
ऑलरेडी
Genji
हो गया
narrowly avoided,
भाई ये
but they
क्या
need to
कर
keep these guns.
That
Tax
is so
and noob।
rough, losing the op in that
क्या कर रहा है
situation.
मतलब ये
They knew that they had the round secured and they still couldn't keep that supremely important weapon online.
भाई ये टेक्सचर को सुनानी पड़ेगी
Nerves in
भाई
these big moments certainly hit Sen. Yes, it wasn't the most successful round in the world, but nerves in these big moments certainly hit Sen. Yes, it wasn't the most successful round in the no operator.
ये देखो अब नहीं होएगा ये देखो कायो को
Million scenes here.
सारे बी पे घुस रहा है भाई इतने सारे पे क्यों है भाई ये नूब
Munchkin to try and build up that ult, but here it is, fast and loose. It's a cool move
भाई
here
जी
by
हो गया मेरा देखने
Sentinels.
का भी नहीं मन कर रहा अब
Looking to disrupt. No
वो
command.
प्लांट करेगा वो
No abilities here, so Assassin can be able to get that plan down. So again, into the post-plan situation we go. Genji going to be tested now on their retakes.
Genji are looking for the lurker coming around throughout mid. There isn't one.
Yeah, just trying to clear it out.
Sassy can play so far back and just work off his thrash. Does Munchkin have some kind of knife
यार
to be
मन
able
नहीं
to
कर रहा
deny
मैं
this?
ऐसे में खेलने का मतलब देखने का ये
Mosh pit, flash, through and out second. How the hell is he alive there? Thrash now finally being used, but it's offloaded. All the mollies as well. Thrash
Very nice.
broken. Media, wide texture. Trying to claim another one here. Being dropped down to 10 HP. 10, surely he
डिफ
falls,
होएगा
surely
डिफ होएगा
they
डिफ
go
होएगा
down.
अरे
Out.
अरे
Munchkin, has he bought enough time? He's got too many targets to deal with. Too much indeed.
भाई यार क्या कर रहा है यार ये
Small smile on the face of Zelsis, throwing in the wide swing, knowing that the aim is going to be at its shakiest in this, the latest hour. Zen creep ever closer. It was a tough one. They had to hold off all sorts. The swing that came through here.
भाई टाइम आउट ले लो यार जैनजी
The
वालों
wingman I thought could have been punished.
जैनजी वालों टाइम आउट
Genji
लो
just didn't have it in them. They've been stuck, paralyzed at 6. As Sen creep up and up. 3 rounds away now. Within touching distance, they can see the trophy in front of them. What they've been working for since October. Honestly, all throughout last year as well. Through the turmoil of their roster, of trying to figure out an identity. And since adding John, his first time on the big stage like this as well, doesn't appear to be a rookie.
No. He's been delivering in every twist and turn of this tale that is the grand finals, this best of 5. It's just a ludicrous scenario that we stare ourselves at. Sentinels holding this lead on a map that they haven't won since May 2022.
No. And Genji have looked fabulous here. They wrote the book on how to use this Gecko KO composition that Sentinels ended up taking for themselves.
Yeah.
And now to see Sen outplaying them, this is what we were talking about earlier, Brent. It's not always the game plan or who's won in the past when it gets to big, high-pressure moments like this.
ये देखो
It's
ए
can
ए
you
अब
deliver?
सब बी पे जाएगा
Do you have the determination in you?
अब सब बी पे जाएगा
Timeout that was taken for Genji here.
मैं यार
They
नूब
have
है
to pick
यार
themselves up. We've seen comebacks on Icebox before, on the biggest stages of the world. But it takes
क्यों
a
ले रहा है भाई ये
special
इतना?
kind of team to be able to pull that one off.
Oh,
And Molly misses the Nana Swarm.
but going off the sound cue there, the turret still gets retracted.
Yeah, pulled back.
अरे gamble क्यों
Not
कर रहा है
have the
इतना?
weaponry to hold on against this. The knife collecting onto two,
चलो
at
save round
least,
nine
possibly even three there,
Gen G.
indicating that it would be an A execute. Meteor gets pulled over to reinforce Munchkin. And then goes back as Munchkin comes. There is no noise. The re-hits working really nicely against Gen G and the way that Munchkin likes to make hard reads.
Only one tag there with
Yeah,
the knife.
good
That is
guy.
going to be the go button. Pressed here by Sen. Not just that, but they're pressing the advantage, scaling deep into the back of the site. They're giving an edge to them. Second.
Congratulations
Maybe that
to
support detail. Look at
Sen.
that. Ten's already holding for it. First signs of life from Gen G. A flash and Molly is going to go flying. And there it is. Dizzy. It's been broken. Not quite. It just sailed right over, but a bit of miscommunication. Out here. Texture. The knives
Texture,
at play.
please,
The knives
please.
at work. He's going to try and slice
Please.
and dice to victory. Gen G.
Please,
Finally,
yaar.
and the ground gained and granted to them. 2 versus 2. A weapon. At least with the upgrade, Meteor is going to be holding this one. He's going to be defusing this one, but already the wall fades and topples away. Half needs to be
Guy,
up. He
yeah,
does
वाला
get
round
it,
गया
but
इनका.
time against him entirely.
Celsius again is there to make sure the safe pair of hands. Another player who was there at the very beginning,
Come back करो यार.
and he's 18 and 8, making sure to be the backbone of this team. Emotional leader for Sentinels, thriving under the pressure, making sure that every one of these tight
चलो कोई ना,
moments is
save round
closed
का.
out. Gen G, they must pick this timing to respond if they want any chance of forging their place in history.
It has to happen now. Pressure against them. Either crumble or makes diamonds.
अरे
Texture misses the adjustment. Can't quite hit the snap to the side and now pushed away from the angle. In fact, even activates the dash, anticipating like it could be a follow through, but it's not.
But
Sentinels are out of there.
He's getting good information here, Bren. The fact that Texture popped the dash and got back on the angle is telling Gen G to keep 3 players A. And they have Lakia on pipes too. This is looking like the way that Sen wanted to defend.
So it is here.
अरे भाई ये इनका aim ही
Managed
चल
into his
जाए.
own hands,
ये दे
leading the charge with a dash. It
भाई.
just collides right into the collision of 410. There needs to be the
दूर
adjustment.
भाई
It's not
दूर
there.
दूर
An inevitability.
भाई यार ये क्या भाई भाई मैं
Texture
नहीं देख रहा भाई ये
in a 1v3.
He's got to try to hold on to the last shreds of hope in his heart.
जाओ
But
भाई.
it must be feeling heavy.
Congratulations to Sen.
He knows that this is Sen likely to get up to 12.
Look at the triangle they formed as well. Crossfire setups. It would have to be the play of his career, and he knows it's not possible. In the movement, in his posture.
You see that he's just forced to take the smart play and back off. But this has got to be devastating. The silence in the Gen G camp as they allowed Texture to play the clutch, settle in like fog.
भाई यहाँ से कम बैक हो गया
Memories
तो भाई
flashing
क्या
back. Where
होगा
did it go wrong in the series? We were favoured on split, weren't we? Icebox, surely we had the advantage. How are we in this position? 6 rounds in a row that Gen G would need to take, and Celsius, he's on his feet. The round was still going on, and he's already celebrating.
Orchestrating the crowd.
HSK head in hands.
Thanks.
And this is it, the
अब तो कुछ भी नहीं
precipice.
होगा भाई कुछ नहीं होगा
The line that's been drawn and Sentinels willing to cross it. And this will be them as an org, as players, as individuals, etching themselves in the history books. But one last hurrah for Gen G. Has to put a stop to it now. Thrash clears through, that's entertainment! Takes a drops down, but he's fallen prey to it. Hunted down. Up to Lakia. He's called for the reinforcements, but this is it. It's a brutal scenario. They're picked to pieces. Thread unraveled. Sentinels can feel it.
The ult even forced out a Meteor here to try to keep the Horde back. But they're in a 3v5. There's nobody on A. Where's the win condition? It just looks like Sen are going to have a free ticket to A. Zeken's going to make a play down mid and it gets cancelled. Why would you even bother taking the risk?
Play it together. Thrash, second round. To clear the way through. It's Munchkin standing his ground. Knife just a little bit too late here. They can feel it now. Pressure mounting. Gen.G stacking, but they will topple. They will fall. The rifles are too good. 1,000 days and counting. Sentinels maintaining their relevancy.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
The last time they were at an international event, last time they earned any sort of accolades.
Toxins going up.
And Caron, from rank to rookie to tier 1 play, left to stew. Pacific's hopes and dreams laid on his shoulders. Gen.G's hopes and dreams laid on his shoulders. But how much can one man do? First one found, second one not there. It's over. Sen City, here to play, here to stay. And history has been made.
Sentinels organization leapt to stardom, became a household name because of the win that they got in that first ever
यार
Masters
इनके लिए बुरा लग
event.
रहा है जेनजी वालों के लिए यार
They have struggled, they've been clowned on. Last year was devastated, but this group of players has done it. They put Sentinels back on top. The best team in the world to open 2024. And I can't believe it happened like that. 5 maps, Pacific's hopes dashed.
Hopes and dreams, and that's what they'll remain. But for Sentinels, proud of how far they've come here. Gen.G will take a bow. It's a curtain
चलो
close
भाई
finish.
इनका
Not
फर्स्ट
happy
टाइम था
about
भाई
it.
इनका जेनजी वालों का 3 प्लेस पहली बार आया था इनका फर्स्ट मैच बहुत बढ़िया गया
Pull it over the finish line.
ठीक है फिर चलो भाई फिर हो गया भाई हो गया भाई क्या ही मैच था भाई क्या सीरीज थी भाई यार मुझे भाई सच में भाई मुझे पक्का सच में लगने लग गया था कि जीतेगा भाई ये मुझे लगा था यार कि जेनजी जीत जाएगा यार ये क्या हो गया भाई चलो कोई ना ठीक है बाय बाय